Hello and welcome back to Lou Grows Veg. Today I'm going to be sowing some chillies and aubergines. These are both heat-loving plants and they both have a really long growing season, so the sooner in the year you can get them in the better. It's very cold at the moment in the UK, especially up north, which is why we start them indoors. But you want to make sure they have plenty of time to establish, so they have a chance of getting fruit this year. Now chillies are perennial plants, but are usually grown as annuals in the UK, especially if they're outside. If you keep them inside or in a greenhouse and protected from very cold conditions, they will continue to grow and give you a head start on fruit next year. I'm planting mine into these module trays this year that are part of a windowsill propagator. I'll be growing 4 different chilli and pepper varieties. I much prefer a sweet pepper, so these are California Wonder, Redskin and Cardinal, all of which are sweet peppers. Then also some habanero chocolate chilies. I'll also be growing aubergine early long purple, which is a reliable early fruiting variety. All of the chilies are sown in the same way, so here is an example using the cardinal peppers. I'm going to fill the module tray, which has 6 cells, with seed soil. I'm unlikely to end up with 6 plants as this would be too much, however sow a few more than you think you'll need as they can be unreliable to germinate. I'm going to press these seeds into the soil and do about 2 per cell. I'm then going to spray the module to add moisture without disturbing the seeds. Once sown, I'm covering the cells with some vermiculite, which helps to prevent the soil from drying out while it's on the heat mat. Make sure you write all of your labels for seeds beforehand. This just makes it super easy when you're potting up. You don't forget what you've planted, you pop the label in straight away, but never assume you'll remember what things are later, especially when we get to March and April sowing season. I'm then just going to rinse and repeat for the rest of the chillies. Aubergines are slightly different. They're still a heat-loving plant, but I'm going to add a couple more seeds per module to increase the chances of germination. Once I have sown all my seed varieties, I'm going to pop them all into the window propagator. These are great as all of these modules will fit into one tray, which can then be put on a windowsill easily to save room. This one also has a propagation lid, which is great for retaining moisture and heat while the seeds germinate. These will also be placed on top of a heat mat to add warmth from the bottom. Typically chillies need at least 20 degrees to germinate, so if you are leaving these anywhere like a conservatory or greenhouse, it's recommended to give them a boost. Above a radiator inside the house also works great, but if in doubt, use a thermometer to figure out where is best. Once all of the seeds have germinated, you can remove them from the heat. When these seedlings get their first true leaves and are a little bigger, I'll pot them on into 9-inch pots to give them space to grow. Then hopefully, come summer, I will start to see some pepper fruits appearing. Thank you for watching and happy growing.